Hey everyone, this is NinjaX doing another War of the Roses video today. And today I want to talk about blocking a lot more. There are a lot of comments on my YouTube channel saying that they have watched the previous video on blocking and counterattacking. They're trying to block themselves, but they're having a lot of trouble. And I have to say, I remember when I first played Mount&Blade a long time ago, I had trouble blocking too. It's not something that you learn overnight. It takes practice, it takes some time, but hopefully with this video I can give you a couple of tips so that you don't have to train as long as I did, okay? I've broken down the blocking process into 3 simple steps, and this game I'm going to block the entire game. I'm not going to attack a single time. I'm going to do something really extreme to really illustrate my points. So, breaking down blocking into 3 processes. The first process you gotta learn is to read the opponent's attack. Obviously, you're not here to block randomly in a random direction. That doesn't help you survive. The most important thing is to look at your opponent and tell exactly where that weapon is coming from. So here we go, looking for a top attack, and let's see where he is. Coming from a left and a left. We got me there, and a right and a right. It's kind of tough to commentate and block at the same time, but one thing I want to note that is I'm not using the orange indicator. In this game, there is an orange indicator telling you where the direction of the attack is. I'm not a fan of using that. Okay, I think I'm gonna run here. That guy attacked through my block a couple of times. I don't know if it's lag or me being a little bit slow. But either way, the reason I don't use the orange indicator is that it's a lot better if you focus your attention just on your opponent's weapon. That's gonna give you a far better indication of its speed, of where it's coming from, and when it's gonna come from. That orange indicator is good, but a lot of times it's not going to be exactly accurate. So that guy's aiming a crossbow at me, and hopefully I'm going to be able to dodge it. Yep. He's going to draw a sword looking for a right block, and another right block, and a left, and another left. And there's another guy coming with right, so I think it's going to be a pretty tough 2-on-1 situation. And nope, make that a 5-on-1 situation. Okay, I'm going to get out of here, climb up. So yeah, as I was saying, if you just focus on your opponent's attack, that's going to be a lot easier for you. Focus on their weapon. In a case where it's like 2-on-1 or even 3-on-1, the orange indicator is not going to be able to help you. What really is going to help you survive is your ability to see that sword swing in that correct direction. So that's number 1, reading the attack. Let's see if I can show you a little bit more. Looks like he's backing up from 2-on-1. I wonder if he's going to turn around. Anyways, I'm just going to move on to the second point. After you've read the attack, the next thing you want to do is obviously execute the block. Let's say you see your opponent attacking from up top. The first thing you want to do is you want to up block immediately. You don't want to wait any longer. With the lag, with possible delays and things like that, you want to block as soon as you can. You don't want to take any chances. So there are 2 attacks coming from different directions. This is kind of tough. There's an up attack and a left. And it's also a little bit tough to see through the trees. There's an up. So I missed a couple blocks there. It's really annoying when the branches block my view and I can't see the attack. But anyways, I think one more thing I should talk about for the blocking is that if you're having trouble reading your opponent's attack, one trick that can really help you is to just say the attack out loud as you see it coming. So I do it in my videos. You can try it yourself in real life. It helps you solidify the muscle memory. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like if you say up every time you see an up coming, eventually it's just going to turn into a natural instinct for you to up block. And ideally, you want to get in a situation where you're not consciously thinking about the block. You want to get to a point where everything is automatic, everything is unconscious, so that everything is easy. It doesn't require a lot of mental resource when you block. So I'm just going to slice them once to maybe initiate a fight. Because I want people to attack me, but at the same time, I don't want like 3 people attacking me at the same time. Alright, so this guy is probably going to jump over and duel me. Possibly a 2-on-1. I can go for a 2-on-1. No, but he's not even brave enough to jump over. Come on, man. You got a heavy armor. You got a poleaxe. You're afraid of a short sword. Okay, so there's a very obvious right and a right. And this is what I mean. If you want to say it out loud, just say it out loud. There's a left. And there is another left and a right. Okay, so finally he's drawing a sword. I'm going to go for a right and another right and an up. And a down. It does get tricky when you start switching a lot of different directions, but as I said, it is practice, it takes time, it's not something you're going to learn overnight. Once you get the hang of it, once you get so good that it just becomes automatic, you're going to get to a point where you really enjoy this game. You're going to get to a point where no weapon is gonna be able to outclass you. There's no OP weapon, superpower weapon. The reality is, if you can block the attack, it doesn't matter what kind of weapon you use. As long as you can block it, you're gonna be able to survive. Alright, so a couple guys there. Oh my god, I should back up a little bit more. There's like 4 guys looking at me, a couple shooting arrows and crossbows at me. And then the horse. Alright, let's go for this guy. This is a little easy right. And another right. He's not even hitting me. And a right. Gotta watch out for the horse. And a left. And a right. Okay, there's a lot of guys coming. I don't know if I like this anymore. So I think I'm just gonna climb up the ladder for now. Whoa. Okay, so I've covered the first 2 steps. First step, reading the attack. Second step, the executing the block. And the third thing I want to talk about is the final step, is moving in. It's a very counterintuitive thing, because if you're defending yourself, the natural instinct is to fall back and stay away from their weapon. But once you have read their attack and you execute the correct block, you want to move in and receive the attack. You want his weapon to hit your weapon. Oh shoot. And the reason for that is it lines you up for a counterattack. In my previous video, I explained that once you have executed a correct block, it leaves your opponent in a timing window where they cannot block, so you can counterattack for damage. Oops, I just got killed there. Right, and down, and up, and down. There, I'm moving in, up. There's 2 guys now. Okay, and then left, and another left, and down, moving in to receive it. So as I was saying, you want to receive the... Oops, I almost missed that block. You want to receive the attack because you want the weapons to clash so you get a chance to counterattack for damage. So now I'm going to start counterattacking this guy. I'm going to do a right block. No, he changed direction. He didn't even attack me. So there's a left, and I'm going to counter. There's a down. I'm going to counter. Oops. Oh, he bashed me for bleeding. So I think I'm going to go back. Anyways, the main point of moving in is to make sure the weapons clash, so you get the opportunity to move in for a counter attack. And I'm gonna show you one more fight where I start counter attacking. There's a left and a counter attack, right counter attack, and down. Nope. Left, come on, and a left and a counter. There we go. He's dead. No, one more. Stab. Die. Die. Why is he not there? There we go. He's dead. Alrighty. Some people were confused in the previous video when I was talking about the timing window. So let me try and clarify it one last time. When I execute a block, let's say my opponent is coming at me with a right attack and a right block like this, his sword clashes to my sword. When that happens, there's a window where I can counter attack and he cannot block it. So this only happens when your weapons clash. If he does a right swing and I move back, the swing doesn't hit me, he can still block me. The most important thing is to make sure that the weapons clash so you get a chance to counter attack. So when you have all 3 things combined, reading the attack, executing the block, and then moving in to receive attack, you create a very fluid motion. And as you get better at this motion, you're going to get better at this game, not just by blocking, but also by follow-up counter attacks to defeat your opponent. So there it is. Very easy right block and a... Nope, no counter attack. And a down block. No, he went for my teammates. So I think I did a pretty good job explaining the 3 points. I'm going to go for a couple more fights. I'm probably not going to play through the entire round, but a couple more fights will give you a little bit more examples as to the lessons today. So, no, left block. I missed a couple blocks there. So looking for his attack, there's a very easy right, which he didn't hit, and a down, which he somehow hits. There's a clash, now I'm going to counter attack, making bleed. Man, I'm missing a lot of blocks here. I have to say, talking and blocking is tough, but they're a little bit sloppy. But the key thing is I block some of his attacks, and I follow up with a counter attack right afterwards to get damage in. And once you get better at this, you're going to be able to do it yourself. Let me backstab this guy, maybe he will turn on me. So there is a left, and he's running. I want to do a one-on-one fight, so it's very clear. But every server right now is pretty packed up. Not a lot of servers with a little bit of people. So I think I'm going to... No, I'm not going to go up there. Okay, I'm going to fight this guy. So there's a very easy down block and a counter attack. Ooh, I missed my counter attack, and there's another guy coming with a left. So I'm going to counter. Okay. There's a right, and I'm going to counter. Right. I blocked it, I counter. An up attack, and a counter. I think I'm going to move out just a little bit. I'm going to charge away. there is going to be very easy left. I'm going to counter right, and I'm going to counter down. Nope, he's bleeding, so I want to keep pressure. Down block for this guy, and left for this guy, and a stab for this guy. That guy is still not dead. So left for this guy, counter on him. Right for this guy, nope. Left for this guy, and counter. No, he stabbed me back. Down block, which he somehow still hit me. I think I'm going to back up just a little bit. There's an up block, and I'm going to charge away. So there you see a very intensive series of blocks followed by counter attacks. And that's the level you want to aim for. It's about accuracy, it's about being precise, and it's also about being quick on your counter attack. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I play. And as I explained in previous video, when you get good at blocking and counter-attacking, you can beat any weapon out there. It doesn't matter how much damage it deals, it doesn't really matter, because as long as you can block it, you can fight back by counter-attacking. When people go on the forums and they're talking about this weapon is overpowered, you know, it's impossible to beat, they just keep attacking me, the reality is you're not blocking that weapon. If you can block that weapon, you can deal with it. So I think I'm going to end it here, maybe one last fight just for good measures. Okay, there he is. He's bleeding already. So, no, I'm going to wait for his attack. A right and a right. You know what? He's going to die anyway, so stab. I'm just... Okay, but this guy. This is the last guy, I swear to God. This is the last guy. I'm going to end the video. Stab. Down block. Counter attack. Up block. Counter attack. Make sure my back is clear. Okay, let's go. Down block. And a counter attack. Let's see what, there's a left. Okay, round is over. I guess perfect timing. So I hope this video shows you the key concepts of blocking. Once again, first one, reading the attack. Second one, executing the block. And the third one is to move in, receive the attack. And from there, you can counter attack, deal damage to your opponents. So hopefully this video helped you out. Any comments, any questions, leave it below. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up, subscribe, more videos will come. Anyways, this is NinjaX signing out, and I will see you guys next time.